Magandang araw sa inyong lahat.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening po sa lahat ng nakikinig po.
Hello to all our viewers from here and around the world.
Napakaganda na ating talentaman ngayong hapon ito.
Isang mainit na pagbati po sa inyong lahat.
Well, friends,
Welcome to the Bridges Show. I'm very happy to be here, and I think it should be a really interesting and fun topic.
But there are things you want to learn. So I want to take it from there and then I listen to them.
Meron ko silang mga mitiin upang maging makabuluhan pa ang pagiging Katoliko. Lalong-lalo na sa susunod na henerasyon.
sa akin po, sa mga kabataan, use competence, as a basis.
In real life, hindi naman talaga tayo tumitigil sa buhay. Kailangan talaga tuloy lang ang buhay kahit anong challenges natin.
Palawan, Cebu, Baguio City, Atty. Dwight, at La Union. So we are saying that revenge travel is real. Mas kailangan natin na i-share ang hiwaga ng sining sa mga tao.
Food and health should go hand in hand. So yan ang gusto namin paratingin sa gobyerno.
If you will just devote your life teaching, hindi ka yayaman sa pera, pero yayaman ka sa tao.
Siyempre, ang pinakamaganda po naman sa ating universidad ay yung talagang matuturuan po tayo kung paano maging mabuting tao.
Happy anniversary to Bridges. Here at Bridges, we build bridges of faith, bridges of hope, and bridges of love.
Nanay, mommy, ma'am, inang. Mami ang tawag sa karamihan ng mga kabataan. Nanay sa mga medyo siguro may edad na. One big package of love, joy, support, friend, and tears for every child. The image of a mother with a baby in her womb, a mother carrying a baby in her embrace, a mother holding the hand of a toddler, a mother cheering for the triumph of her child is always an awesome source of inspiration. In times of difficult and challenging moments in our lives, our mothers are always there, near or from a distance. Good day to all our viewers. Happy Mother's Day to everyone. Sa inyo pong lahat ng mga nanay, mga mami, mga mothers, all around the world. I am Dr. Evangeline Timbang, the President of the College of Education Alumni Association, your host, welcoming you back to Bridges, our University of Santo Tomas Alumni Association, known as the UST-AAI, virtual talk show that showcases our notable Thomasian alumni and UST and Thomasian alumni events for everyone, for our long learning. It is what we call the lifelong learning. Before we continue, may I ask our audience, those who are watching right now, to please remember to like and share our show and subscribe to our UST Thomasian Alumni Community YouTube channel and follow our Facebook page. Ito po isang malaking suporta na natin lahat sa ating mga programa. At dahil dyan, maraming salamat po sa lahat ng suporta. Our hearts are full of gratitude because this particular episode today is our tribute to all the mothers in the world. With me is Dr. Louis Benedict Ignacio, and of course, also a regular host of Bridges, and currently the College Secretary of the Faculty of Arts and Letters. Hello, Dr. Louis, how are you? Ngayon lang tayong nagkasama, no? Natutuwa ako at ikaw ang aking partner sa Bridges ngayon.
Hi, Ma'am Banji, Doc Banji, magandang hapon sa iyo. At it's also my pleasure to be your partner this afternoon. Isang mainit na hapon na pagbati sa lahat ng ating mga tagapanood. At syempre, Happy Mother's Day din sa lahat ng mga nanay. Syempre, Doc Banji, I'll take the opportunity na babatiin ko yung aking nanay, si Mami Charito, ng Happy Mother's Day. And of course to you, Doc Banji as well, no? Happy Mother's Day. Kamusta ang celebration mo ng Mother's Day, Doc Banji?
Naku, thank you for the greeting. Nakakatuwa. Siksik-liglig at umaapaw ang mga greetings noong Sunday sa lahat ng mga nanay at ina, di ba? All over, no? Lalo na sa mga tomasinong nanay. At syempre may mga tatay na parang nanay na din ang mga role nila sa buhay. Well, it was a beautiful day, another special day for us mothers. Alam mo, kasi I have 6 children, pero yung mga ibang anak ko, they're out of the country. So I only have 2 kids with me and my apo. So nakakatuwa kahit kaunti lang kayo nagsasalo-salo, just click. Makikita mo na sa screen ang mga anak mo na wala sa Pilipinas. Nakakatuwa din yung product ng technology na yan. It's keeping us together, no? And closer kahit through the screens lang. Alam mo ba, wala man ang magulang ko ngayon, but I would always remember my mother Teresita because, we're 7 in the family. Ako yung nakamana.
Wow, 7!
Kami 7 in the family, diba? So we're a big family. So wherever she is, nasa heaven na siya. Happy Mother's Day. No? Hindi pwedeng kalimutan ang mga mothers natin. At ano mo ba, Doc Jean, na-excite ako. I'm sorry Doc, kasi medyo iba-iba ng mga pangalan sa sagot, so sobrang excited ako, Dr. Louie. Okay, so dahil dyan, na-excite ako nang marinig ko na meron tayong special guest for this afternoon, a beautiful mother, in and out, and very young looking mother.
Correct. Oh.
So I'm really interested to meet her. Okay, would you like to introduce her already?
Of course, Doc Vanji. So our guest this afternoon, no, is Miss Erlinda Uyco, who is also known simply as Dang or Miss Dang. Okay, Miss Dang was named as the winner of the inaugural ASEAN Prize at the opening ceremony of the 33rd ASEAN Summit in Singapore in 2018.
Wow.
Ms. Go is also the Chair Emerita of the Autism Society Philippines, ASP, no, under her leadership, including serving as national president.
Okay.
ASP, now with 103 chapters nationwide, has become one of the most vibrant disability organizations in the Philippines. Talagang yung mga non-government organizations, advocacy groups tulad ng ASP, talagang malaki yung role nila, no, in providing equal opportunities for people who are differently abled, ika nga, no? At the regional level, Ms. Ko served as the chair of the ASEAN Autism Network, or AAN, and presently continues to work with the AAN Executive Committee. So over the years, Ms. Ko's efforts have inspired autism awareness, acceptance, accommodation, and appreciation, no? Not just here in the Philippines, but among the ASEAN member states. Through the leadership of Ms. Dang, the Autism Society Philippines spearheaded the Angels Walk for Autism, which gathers more than 20,000 participants in Metro Manila and other cities every year. No? After retiring as a corporate executive, Ms. Dang volunteered to take on the additional role of ASP's executive director. Her son, on the autism spectrum, Gio, is now 30 years old. So, Doc Vanji, I am very, very honored to introduce our guest this afternoon, a proud Tomasian, a fellow artlets, graduate of mass communication from the Faculty of Arts and Letters. Let's all welcome Miss Dang. Hello, Miss Dang.
Hello, Miss Dang. Welcome to the show.
Good afternoon. Ayan, nakala ko hindi na ako makikita. Na-excite naman ako sa introduction mo, Dr. Louie. And I'm really so excited to be here kasi madalang na ako makabisita sa atin sa US. So, online man lang.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Dang, for joining us this afternoon. I feel so homey at this moment because I am in the presence of 2 great mothers. Happy Mother's Day, Miss Dang.
Same sa nanay mo at sa nanay ni Miss Banji. At kay ikaw rin, Miss Banji, no? So, mga anak niya, grabe. Ang hirap
Yes.
How did you celebrate Mother's Day, Miss Dang?
Low-key lang kami kasi we live near Banawe. Street. So, lalakarin lang namin yung restaurant kung anong choice namin for
Ay,
the
naku, very
So
accessible.
last Sunday, yes, we went to a restaurant, no, along Banawe. Kasama ko yung 3 biological sons ko. Sabi niya, may biological daw, no. Kasama ko rin yung isang pamangking ko na tinuturing kong daughter. Kahit ano siya, kahit na alive at kicking ang kanyang nanay, no. Pero she's like a daughter to me. Yun lang, ganun lang kami. Kung kaya paglakad, lalakarin. Kasi ang lapit eh.
That's good. Kasi ang lapit lang pala, no? Meaning parang very comfortable lahat at accessible lang lahat sa inyo. And it's nice to have, a quiet, simple, very close to each other celebration, di ba? And with that, ang nabanggit ni Dr. Louie, yung tungkol dun sa Autism Society of the Philippines. I think you have done a lot, you have contributed a lot to this organization, not only on the Philippines, but also ASEAN level siguro ito, no? So, I believe maraming parents ang active members ngayon ng association. So, I hope you won't mind, pero ano ba talaga ang ginagawa? Ano? Nakakontribute o active role ng bawat isa, no, doon sa association. Ano ba ang participation ng mga mothers sa tinatawag nating ASP?
Ang ASP or Autism Society Philippines, wala pong OFDA. Ewan ko ba bakit namin pinalis yung OFDA, tuloy nagkakamali tao. Actually po, ang nag-umpisa nito ay 11 mothers.
Really?
Because 35 years ago, actually, sila 1987, tapos 1989 na register. Nung nagkita-kita sila, medyo konti pa lang ang nakakaalam about autism. So I tried to find out, no, sino ba yung kapareho? Kasi nga, parang wala pang masyadong nagdi-disclose noon, wala masyadong nagkukwento. So nagkita sila. And then they formed the Autism Society Philippines, which is a family support group. Kaya po, ang nanay talaga, actually for the first time in 35 years, hindi kami ngayong national president na daddy. But all throughout po, Pulus Nanay, and kung sa Board of Trustees, composed of 11 members, no? Lahat po nanay except for the president. So usually, for every term, papalad kami kung merong isa o dalawa. There was one term na nakadalawang daddy, pero Pulus Nanay po. So nakikita po natin yung papel ng nanay, no? Tapos sabi nga namin nung araw, nagpapasalamat kami ngayon kasi dati nung pag may event, ang ASP, halimbawa, conferences, no? Ang makikita mo, Pulus Mommies, tapos magbibilang ka lang kung ilan yung daddies. No? So yun, marami na po yung mga mommies, no? So siguro nakikita natin yung papel ng mga nanay talaga pagdating sa kung yung pagpapalaki ng anak, lalo na, no, yung ating children on the autism spectrum, talagang nagkikick in yung pagiging nanay, and usually yung mga tatay, syempre i-delegate, no, sa nanay, no, support. Iba talaga siguro pag nanay, no, yun. So it's a family support group. Pag nag-member kayo, kasama na yung buong family. No? So, 103 chapters nationwide, no? With almost 16,000 members.
Wow!
Again, in the chapter levels, no? Talaga pong ang mga chapter leaders ay Pulus Mommies. So, tapos mayroon pong splattering ng mga daddy. No? Pulus po yan, kaya makikita po ninyo ang nakakatuwa po, no? Lalo na sa grassroots. Makikita niyo yung mga mommies namin, nagpapayong, naglalakad, pupunta sa office ng mayor, may kakausapin doon sa ating LGU, no? Para po masuportahan ang iba't ibang programs and services natin. So, marami po tayong, didiretso ko na ba?
Go lang po.
Ang pinaka-vision po ng Autism Society Philippines is, ang amin pong palaging sinasabi, is an Autism OK Philippines or AOK Philippines. So gusto po natin ng isang AOK Philippines kung saan ang mga taong nasa autism spectrum are self-reliant, independent, productive, and socially accepted members of the society. Right. And so with that, we work on institutional mechanism para magtuloy-tuloy yung iba't ibang program natin. Pero usually po, yung mga parents, bagong diagnose, una pong gagawin nila ay kagaya rin ng ginawa ng 11 Mothers. Maghahanap po yan ng support group. Maghahanap po sila nung kumbaga nasa same boat, no? So ang isa pong ang una pong ginagawa is the monthly family support group. Po, after nung pandemic, lumipat po kami online. No? And nakita namin, mas maganda kasi ngayon talagang buo kami every month, nagro-rotation kami kung sino yung mag-host among the chapters. No? And then, all over the country, pwede silang mag-join sa support group, then may mga breakout rooms din. No? And we also empower the families by educating them. And for our leaders, we elevate their leadership. We train them, no, in creating and managing chapters, in implementing the programs that we start sa national level. So, i-mirror nila sa chapter. So, pati mga, alam mo marami dito, sabi nga ng mga nanay, dati, ano lang sila, may bahay lang. Housewife lang. Nila lang, diba? Pero pag join nila ng ASP, lalo na pag naging leader sila, tinuturuan silang mag-advocate, pati public speaking, pati branding, tinuturuan sila, no? So, because we really want this to be sustained and done professionally, no? Kasi we are an NGO.
Correct.
So, programs na natin, aside from the parents, would start from early intervention by doing the home empowerment. Marami kasi sa ating mga kababayan, hindi kaya ang mga therapy. So, ang ginagawa po, yung family, yung parents, ang tinuturuan paano gumawa ng intervention sa bahay. And then, papunta na po tayo dun sa adult kasi ngayon, imagine 30 plus years old na kami. So, ang mga anak namin, like si Gio, 30. So, marami na po ngayong matured mga adults. No? So, ngayon, nandun naman tayo sa economic empowerment for them. So, we have the ASP Autism Works where we can find, where we can match job-ready applicants with companies who are willing to accommodate them.
Yan.
Between ay iba't ibang programs.
Ma'am, Doc Vanji, Miss Dang, no? Interesante para sa akin yung proseso na pinagdaanan ng ASP, especially on the earlier stage of the group, no? Kasi kung 30 plus years ago nabuo through the 11 mothers, no? I would assume, and please, Miss Dang, correct me if I'm wrong, during that time, medyo mataas pa yung mababa pa yung knowledge and acceptance ng lipunan sa mga kapwa natin na nasa spectrum, no? So, I'm sure there was a struggle for the family to, number one, accept, number two, to have the courage to look for other people who are going through the same experience and really form a group. So, if you may share, Ms. Dang, anong mga experiences ang pinagdaanan ng grupo when you were starting? Kasi ang taas nung ang taas ng struggle factor noon, I'm sure, during that time. Kasi nga, unang-una, your beloved family member is on the spectrum. So, yung iba, medyo nakakahiya yun for others. Yung iba, since hindi nila alam, hindi rin nila maipaliwanag sa iba. So I'm sure it was a struggle at the beginning. How did the 11 mothers came over that struggle po?
Just like any organization, by the way, hindi po ako kasama dun sa 11 mothers, although sana, di ba? Sana nga kasama sa kanila, pero mas bata ng konti lang ako dun sa naumpisahan nila. So they started very simple, no? Ang mga partners or sponsors ay walk-in lang. Alam niyo yun, yung mga ganon, pakonti-konting fundraising, no? So, it was, tama kayo, struggle din during the first 10 years, no? But I think all through these years, ang ang pinaka-strength ng Autism Society Philippines, because it's Mother's Day, ang pinaka-strength po talaga are mothers who are not willing to be victims, di ba? Nung situation na sila ay binigyan ng anak na may spectrum.
Yes.
Ito yung mga mothers na ang decision nila, okay, so where do we go from here? How do we move on? Anong dapat gawin? No? And then, all of us would realize, like ako, nung una, hindi pa ako sumasali, di ba, parang sabi ng asawa ko, bata pang anak mo, huwag ka na munang sumali sa ganyan, kasi kasuhin mo muna ang anak mo. But eventually, you will know that it takes a village, di ba, to raise a child. So, kung gusto natin ng isang magandang society, no, na accepted ang ating mga anak, kailangan po to work with other people. And it's not just other parents. Yun po yung nakita namin, no, to reach the vision for them, no, we cannot just keep on preaching sa choir.
Yeah.
We cannot just keep on doing TikTok or Reels, di ba? And para mapansin. But we have to work with business organizations. We have to work with the government. No? So, para pong lahat ito ay mapalipad. So, medyo po, just like an individual mother, may pinagdaanan, di ba? Ayan na yung mga grieving, etc. No? Pero sabi ko nga, karamihan po talaga dito ay mga magulang, lalo na mga nanay, na talagang ipaglalaban, no? Ipaglalaban ang kinabukasan ng kanilang anak.
Yes. Naku, saludo naman tayo sa 11 founders na ito, sa mga dakilang ina na ang nanaig ay pagmamahal sa kanilang mga anak. Kaya tamang-tama ang celebration natin. Imagine, para sila yung mga mother heroes because they fought for their love of their kids, no? O, dahil dyan siguro, merong mga nagtatanong, ano daw po ba ang kaibahan ng child with autism at ang autistic child? Para daw ba itong person with diabetes and diabetic person?
Correct.
Paliwanag po siguro.
Very good question po. No? So una po, no, the word autistic is a medical term. It describes a certain condition. No? Kaya lang po, sa history natin, yung autistic naging form of ridicule.
Okay.
Diba? Parang, ay, tignan mo siyang umarte, parang siyang autistic, tapos pinagtatawanan. No? And that's why, years back, we launched a media campaign, social media campaign na people are asked to make the one pangako na hindi gagamitin ang salitang autistic. No?
Okay.
Pero sa the autistic itself, wala naman pong masama. No?
Okay.
Sabi po ng United Nations, we should be person first.
Okay.
So, person with autism.
Okay.
Okay. Pero ganito po, marami na po tayo ngayong mga adults on the spectrum who can speak for themselves. So, ang pinaka-advice is, if you're going to address someone, you can ask them, how do you want me to address you? Pag sinabi niyang, kasi yung pong iba nating very vocal, ayaw po nila ng person first. Ang gusto po nila ay identity first. Which means autistic person. Okay, yung iba naman, ayaw. Ngayon, yung pong person with autism, tama kayo. Sabi ninyo, parang person with diabetes.
Yes.
But autism is a spectrum.
Okay.
Meron po would require lifetime and maximum support, while meron naman na walang disability, they just think differently. And so, they prefer to be called person on the spectrum or on the autism spectrum and not with autism. So, yun lang po. So, ang ginawa po natin is to be politically correct, di ba? Person, mahaba, di ba? Person on the autism spectrum or sasabihin lang, on the spectrum siya. Ganon. Pero person with autism, pwede rin naman po. Yun lang, meron lang iba na sasabihin nila, bakit ko with autism? Wala akong sakit. Walang ano sa akin. Kaiba lang silang mag-isip. Parang ganon. Ngayon, di ba, panahon ngayon ng diversity. Di ba? So, lahat, di ba, kailangan po inclusion yan.
Correct, correct,
Acidity.
correct.
Tanong nyo, katatapos ko lang mag-lecture kaninang umaga. All frontliners.
So, this is the,
Nadagdag ko pa to.
Sige po.
Diba? Iniiwasan na rin namin ang paggamit ng euphemism.
Aha.
Euphemism.
Yung pong Angels Walk for Autism was titled, made years ago. Hindi namin mabago na because it's already a brand. Di ba? Pero, di ba ang sabi natin, euphemism is when we find something not desirable, di ba? Something not good, and so we mask them with the good words, di ba? Yung mga gano'n. So, ang sinasabi naman nila, if we're embracing autism, di ba? If we're embracing autism, then be direct.
Yeah.
Person with autism spectrum. So, wag nang, yung special yan, di ba? Ay, ano yan? Differently able. Ay, angel yan. Di ba? Ng Angels Walk for Autism. So, tawagin na lang po silang diretso because, di ba, ang sinasabi nila ay, there's nothing wrong with them.
Correct, correct, correct. Napakaganda nitong nito na discourse about, and we're only talking about the term, no? We're only talking about the term and how powerful the term can be, both for the person and for the family surrounding them. Eh, syempre bilang isang nanay, and syempre mahal ng isang nanay yung anak niya, and the mother will try everything and will do everything to protect the child. And katulad nung binigay na example ni Miss Dang, we have individuals who have matured already and can think for themselves and can decide for themselves. So, ang tanong, saan nagtatapos or kung nagtatapos ba ang pagiging nanay, no, sa mga kapwa natin na nasa spectrum. So, napakagandang diskusyon nun. Up to what extent can a mother be a mother or should a mother be a mother, no? Eh, si Doc Vanji, I know Doc Vanji, you're a mother of a very big family. Sa case mo, Doc Vanji, how is it to be a mother to your kids, to your children? I'm sure merong iba sa kanila na talagang professionals na, or I don't know how old is your youngest child. So how is Doc Vanji as a mother?
Oh my God, so it's my turn as a mother. You know, yes, it's interesting that we share things like this as a mother. Kanina nung nakikinig ako kay Ma'am Dang, no, sabi ko, may isang anak lang niya ang pinag-uusapan natin at anak ng ilang pung libong nanay na miyembro ng association. So I'm just thinking of myself, naku, hindi ko, wala sa spectrum namin yung autism sa ngayon. Pero siguro ibang klase yung situation ng bawat ina sa pag-handle ng kanyang mga anak. So I have 3 boys and 3 girls. My eldest is 46 years old, and then my youngest is about, may kodigo, baka makalimutan ko kasi yung age. 35 years old. So, so parang, you know, I'm a Thomasian, an educator, a mentor. So, hindi nawawala yung pagiging teacher sa pagiging nanay. Kung minsan hindi mo ma-separate Minsan nagkasama, kung minsan magkahiwalay. But still being a Thomasian as a mother. And I'm so thankful na ako ay Thomasian mother, no? Kasi iba yung alam mo, iba yung natutunan mo, iba yung pinagmumulan mo kapag ikaw ay isang tumasinong ina, no? Of course, kahit di ka tumasinong ina, basta tunay kang ina, walang hangganan, walang limit, Dr. Louie, yung paano mo ipapakita, ipapadama ang pagmamahal mo sa anak mo. Kaya lang ang mga nanay, may kanya-kanyang estilo din ng pagpapakita ng pagmamahal. Merong, maingay. Merong tahimik lang. Merong act by action lang, no? Meron namang puro words, nangangapa kung anong action ang gagamitin. Kasi iba-iba ang pagkatao ng bawat anak. Hindi masasabing si panganay ay pareho ni bunso. So, kanya-kanya silang needs, kanya-kanya silang wants. So, kaya ipa-feel mo sa bawat isa na siya ang favorite mo. So, yung feeling na you have time with each of them, yung kwentuhang nanay, kwentuhang parang magkapatid. Because sometimes, your daughter will say, Mama, gusto ko para tayong kabarkada, yung nakapag-share ako ng kwento ko sa mga friends ko, yung mga crush ko, yung mga ganon. Meron namang isang anak mo, ang gusto, iba din may gusto. Hindi naman sa shopping lang, friend kayo, o shopping kayo. Pero syempre, nakatingin din siya kung anong budget mo. No? Ikaw naman din, nakatingin din kung kaya ko ba yung gusto ng anak ko. So, may mga ganong bagay din. And then there was a time I have to go to Korea as an exchange professor. So, isa sa mga challenging yung iwanan mo, yung mga anak mo na 6 sa kanilang ama. Hindi pa uso nun ng mga messenger. So, it's an opportunity because you know the reason why I have to leave them. Hindi ko gusto iniiwan ng mga anak ko. But then, bilang ina, you think of their future and napag-usapan namin yun. Pero more than that is, you know, 3 taong sunod-sunod, I lost my mother, I lost my father, I lost my son, my eldest son. So parang you want to have a complete change of environment. Parang ano ba yung gagawin para ma-recover mo yung sarili mo? Because you still have 5 kids left. Kahit nawalan ka na ng magulang tsaka anak, parang kailangan mong ituloy ang buhay. Ayan, ituloy ang buhay. So, grabe, marami ding sacrifices yung parents ko na pag-aral kami, palakihin kami. And now, when it was my turn, ganun pala, no? Every child, every daughter and son is an individual. So, kailangan maunawaan mo lahat yon. Hindi pwedeng yung gusto mo lang. Kailangan sometimes you have to think na, ako ba yung mali? Ako yata yung mali ng judgment ko sa anak ko. Parang gano'n, di ba? Yung anak ko pala, ito palang kailangan niya. It's like being a wife to your husband, no? So, yung pagiging mother is looking into how you could still meet whatever they want and still, you know, process them to somebody in the future that hopefully will be in accordance to your dream. Minsan yung nanay nangangarap, sana maging ganito ako, sana maging ganito yung anak ko, pero kung minsan hindi pala, it's their dream, it's how you hone them to become an individual, a future, you know, to be of use to the country, to the community. So, yun na lang ang may maggabay ka ng walang limit, walang katapusan, hanggang humihinga ka bilang ina. Kahit may anak na sila, may apo ka na. You continue loving and taking care of them.
Doc Banchi, and now that you are part of the academe and assistant dean at that, yung ma'am, lumobo na yan into hundreds.
Lumobo na sa 1,000 ang mga anak.
How did you bring that motherly personality from home to the second home, no, ng mga estudyante mo? Are you that motherly as well as assistant dean? O iba ba yung personality mo bilang assistant dean? Mas motherly ka ba or dinala mo ba yon sa pagiging assistant?
Dinala mo yun eh. Kasi, you know, you have 6 kids and then you have thousands of students with you. For the last, I've been in UST almost for 50 years already. So, yung influence mo sa kanila in your words, in your actions, no? You have to be a model to them. Siyempre, nung una, higpit-higpit mo, pero later on, hindi mo na matiis. Unawain mo yung mga situation, mga family problems nila, di ba? You want to put yourselves in their situation also. So, kasi iba na ang panahon ngayon. Ang mga estudyante natin, their parents are not with them, most of them, di ba? Iba-ibang klase na ang mga naging challenges ng mga estudyante ngayon sa kanilang pag-aaral, no? So how I wish na nandun tayo palagi when they need us and when their parents are not there. Kasi we're the second parents, no, to the students. So, hindi lang sa students, pati sa mga faculty mo. Unawain mo ang mga pangangailangan din ng mga guro, di ba? At ng support staff, at ng mga estudyante. Katulad din ng mga parents na they come to you once in a while to talk about their children. So, ikaw yung tagapayo, tagapaalala. At tagapagdasal sa kanila. Hindi ba, Ma'am Da?
Sir, yung kuya ng bayan naman.
Correct. Tama yan. Parang I can only imagine how Doc Vanji and Miss Dang are mothers to your kids, no? Kasi sabi nga ni Doc Vanji, may kanya-kanyang strategy ang mga mothers kung paano papakita, no, yung kanilang care, yung kanilang love, and I think there's no two mothers equally identical in terms of how they show their love to their kids, whether it's biological kids or kids at school or kids at work, no? Doc Baji.
Ay nako, maraming kwento sa pagiging ina. Pero ako namamangha ako at ganun ang aking paggalang sa mga magulang katulad ni Miss Dang. Kasi iba yung challenge nila, iba yung situation nila, no? It's not what we see in a normal situation. Talagang kailangan may virtue ka of patience and nandun yung deep love, unconditional love talaga, no? Sa kwento ni Miss Dang.
Pero Miss Baji,
Yes.
actually, hindi, like ako, hindi ko in-imagine na ganun kahaba ang patience ko.
Yes. Oo.
And that I'm capable of giving such unconditional love to a son like Gio. So tingin ko, when a mother is put in that situation, no, iti-trigger ngayon.
Mm-mm. So, Miss Dang, so konting balik natin sa kwento nyo, no? Paano kaya, how did your son respond to the opportunities na sinishare nyo sa kanya?
When you say
Well,
opportunities,
yes.
interventions,
Mhm.
so are we talking about Gio?
Yes, about Gio this time.
So, paano po siya nag-respond? Again po, we will talk about the spectrum.
Okay.
Because my son is on the other end of the spectrum.
Yes.
He will be needing a maximum support, lifetime. Okay, so he went to special schools, early intervention. He was going to speech and OT. Speech as old as 20 plus years old. Pumupunta pa siya dun sa speech pathologist niya. No?
Okay.
And so, ano yung outcome? Okay. Si Gio can still not go on a conversation.
Okay.
Or can he initiate simple verbalization? So, you have to ask, what do you want? So, hihintay mo siya, water. Ganon. So, bigyan mo siya ng instruction, kailangan may kasamang gestural prompt.
Okay.
Ganon, no? But we trained him to do some simple household chores. At yung isang pinakamalaking joy na makikita mo sa kanya is that yung waiting skill niya. So he can wait habang walang ginagawa, inihintay niya. Sinasamahan niya ako sa mall with his assistant, di ba? So kahit mag-malling ako the whole day at siya ay nakasunod lang, okay lang sa kanya.
Patience.
So, verbally, I cannot know. I do not know. Yung sagot dun sa tanong ninyo, di ba? Na nasobrahan ba ako? Naibig siya? Hindi, no? Dati, iniiyakan ko yan, no? Because sabi ko, bakit ganon? Ang galing-galing ko namang nanay. I was there. Nung nag-schooling siya, early schooling, that's the special school, I was there every day. Di ba? Pati yung management committee ng school, pinakialaman ko na. Di ba? Doon na ako, no? Lahat ng mga therapist niya, pinakialaman. And then, I would see other kids, di ba? Na ang bilis anong tawag natin doon? Elevate? Oo. Kasi hindi naman grade to, di ba? Pero mabilis silang mapunta sa ibang class, no? While Gio remained in the same executive functioning class for 7 years ba? Parang ganun. So, so, nung una, isa pa yan sa iniyakan ko na parang, what's wrong with me? Di ba? Ang galing kong nanay. My God, di ba? Lahat na lang ginawa ko. No? But then now, kung babalikan ko to, I think for parents like me, ang dapat kino-compare is not what my son can do, versus what others can do. Yung mga alam kong nag-graduate, nakarating ganito, nakakasulat, I should compare his progress from where he started to where he is now. No? Yung mga dating hindi niya nagagawa, simpleng bagay na nagawa-gawa niya ngayon. Yung wala siyang ginawa, kundi mag-flap or mag-make sound. Pero ngayon, you can bring him anywhere quietly. No? And it's like a, although nagagalit sa akin yung bunso ko dahil sabi niya binibaby ko raw kasi pag si Gia para baby because para siya talagang para siyang ayaw kong isang tatak pero para nga siyang your forever baby in a way, no? So we still we share the same bedroom, okay? So ako ang kasama. Siya ka-date ko. Siya ka-date ko. Because widow ako. So siya ang ka-date ko anywhere. Lahat ng chance na pwede ko siyang isama.
I think ito yung a good description of this would be what the younger generations would say now. Malayo pa, pero malayo na.
Yeah.
If we look at the development of the person, no, yung skills niya, no, kumbaga marami pa siyang pwedeng matutunan, marami pa siyang pwedeng i-develop, but yun nga sinasabi ni Miss Lang, no, from the time before as to what he can do now, marami na siyang nagagawa, no? Marami na siyang skills na natutunan. Miss Lang, and you've mentioned that being with Gio or yung sa condition ni Gio na yung position niya sa spectrum would require lifetime assistance halimbawa.
Yes.
If that's the case, and ito parang advocacy mo na ito. If that's the case, no, na ganon ang kailangan ni Gio, what keeps you in continuing, no, helping others as well? Kasi kumbaga, kung ganun yung pangangailangan ni Gio as a mother, baka yung iba, mag-focus lang sila kay Gio. No? Mag-focus lang sila dun sa sarili nilang anak. But in your case, you've been part of the ASP, and ASP has done so much for others who also experience the same thing. So, what keeps you going? What continuously motivate you to be active in ASP, given the demand of being with Gio?
That's a very good question. Tingin ko, sometimes kasi it's his plan, di ba? So like in my case, I was blessed with a husband, no, who was able to support lalo na yung early years ni Gio. And then I'm also blessed with yaya ba ang tawag ko pa sa kanya? Parang ilang taon na siya with Gio, no? So, dapat ate na or second, actually ang tawag na nga sa kanya, second mom. So, it's a blessing that we have her, okay, that she can oversee Gio kung wala ako or kung busy ako. In fact, nung mamatay yung asawa ko, I had to go back kasi hindi ako negosyante, hindi ko matuloy yung kanyang negosyo. So I had to go back to the corporate world. But because nga, na-bless ako ng somebody like Maricar, Ermaine, no, na pwede ko talagang iwanan sa kanya. Because tama ka kung hindi, tingin ko, mahihirapan talaga akong mag-juggle ng time. No? So again, I think it's his plan. No? If I have this leadership skills, diba, na pwedeng makatulong sa iba, so pinadalhan naman niya ako ng ayuda.
That's nice. That's nice.
Miss Dang, na-reflect ako nung anong meron ang mga ina na katulad nyo na wala kami? Bakit ganyan kahaba ang pasensya nyo? Of course, there's love. Pero alam nyo, I don't know if you have read or heard about this news in Singapore na mayroong, they gave up. They gave up when they discovered they have this kind of case. Nawalan kaya sila ng trust, nawalan kaya sila ng trust sa sarili na kaya nila, nawalan kaya sila ng trust na may Diyos na pwedeng tumulong sa kanila. Kasi imagine how many mothers are now active in the organization. So, pwede ko bang tanungin kung meron di bang mothers na sumusuko?
I'm sure meron. I'm sure meron po. So, kagaya ng mga nabalitaan ninyo, no? Meron naman po. Of course, they're probably not in ASP kasi yung mga nasa ASP lumalaban, no? So, meron po yun, definitely. Kaya nga po yung tanong ninyo, it's not because may anak kaming nasa spectrum. Merong iba, may anak na, kumbawa, may cancer, may sakit, diba? O mayroong ibang sitwasyon, diba? May anak na nagda-drugs, diba? So, ano pa rin po yan, babalik pa rin siguro, babalik pa rin doon sa individual, the individual mama, how we handle such things.
Yes, correct. Ma-share ko na lang po, no, yung aking pong pangatlong anak, when he went to UK, he was discovered to have cancer. So, syempre, ang bigat nun sa family namin na first time, one of the kids would be found to be positive with cancer, no? So, we have no choice but to follow what the doctors would say. Mabuti naman doon siya na-discover kasi kahit pa paano may assistance ang government doon. And sabi nga, the best prayers na pinakinggan ng Diyos ay prayer ng ina. So natandaan ko yon na kailangan ang ina ang talagang gumawa ng paraan para magbigay ng lakas ng loob sa pamilya kasi lahat po na down na, no? Di po ba? So, yun, nagkaroon siya ng treatment, no? Na chemotherapy siya, lahat na ng klase ng therapy. And in March this year, dineclare na po na negative. So, Diyos ko, sabi ko, how I wish lahat ng tao magdadasal lahat, no? Yung strong faith, wag mawawala, no? Sa Diyos, kakapit talaga kasi it's possible. You know, our Creator listens to our prayers. So, kailangan talaga yung family maging united. Yung family support na sinasabi, napaka-importante po talaga niya.
Kung minsan, Panji, kung minsan yung prayer natin, hindi niya sinasagot dun sa way na gusto natin.
Yes, correct.
Siyempre, nung unang ma-discover si Gio, every night nagdadasal ako, magkaroon ng milagro, magkaroon ng cure, ganyan, no? Pero minsan hindi po yung plano niya.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Speaking of prayers, Doc Vanji and Miss Dang, no? Especially Miss Dang, speaking of prayers, looking at ASP and the work of ASP, what's your prayer for ASP? In the next 5-10 years, how would you want ASP to be, or how do you see ASP? Syempre as an advocacy group, a non-government organization, with all of the missions that you have and ASP has laid down. What's your prayer for ASP? How would you want ASP to be 5-10 years from now?
Marami po kaming gusto pang gawin bukod doon sa current na ginagawa. Pero tingin ko ang dapat ipag-pray ngayon, no, is to have more servant leaders, those who are now serving. Kasi po, like, alam nyo ba during the last election, pa ang nominees dun sa open positions. Kasi nga, medyo kagaya ng nasabi nyo kanina, mahirap, di ba? Mahirap mag-serve. Meron kang anak na inaalagaan, meron kang inaasikaso sa pamilya, and then you will give your time to advocacy group like ours, walang bayad. Kasi sabi naman kami sa board, plus kami pro bono, no? Puro abono pa. So, yun yung immediate na pinagpe-pray ko na, like ako, di ba? I'll be 69 at the end of this year. So sabi ko, hindi naman siguro pwedeng di ba? Forever na the same people, no? So it's not because like the current trustees, yung mga matatagal na, ilang taon nang nagsiserve, it's not because we're holding on to the positions, it's because wala pong mag-take over. It's because ako, meron akong pagpe-pray, saka ako na pagpe-pray na sana may funds, sana may grants, no? Sana po may lumabas pang mga leaders, no?
Tama.
In Philippines, so that we can continue. Hindi po kami succession planning. Di ba? Parang sabi ko nga, next day, magsa-70 na ako, sasayaw-sayaw pa ba ako doon sa Angels Walk? Kasi I host the Angels Walk, di ba? At parang sabi ko, parang dapat meron na dapat lumitaw, no? Yun ang pagpapray ko na gusto.
Ay, nako. Saludo kami sa inyong commitment, dedication, your passion to serve, no? So with this, ano po ba ang nais ninyong ibigay sa mga nanay na nakikinig at nanonood sa atin ngayon? Ano po ba ang best advices nyo or comforting words sa mga nanay na may ganito ding klaseng situation?
Gusto ko pong i-quote yung aking favorite Bible verse. No?
Okay.
The Book of John, chapter 9, verse 3. So di ho ba doon, tinanong ng mga apostles si Jesus Christ kasi may nilapit yung isang mag-asawa, yung anak nilang bulag. So tinanong si Jesus, kaya ba siya bulag dahil may kasalanan yung kanyang mga magulang or siya merong kasalanan kaya siya naging bulag? Diba? And our Lord Jesus said that it happened so that we can see, diba, the goodness, the goodness of God in Him. So, ako po sa buhay ko, nang binigay sa akin si Gio, marami po akong nakitang kabutihan ng mga magulang, no? Kabutihan ng mga ibang grupo, ng ibang institusyon, no? Marami, at lalong-lalo na kabutihan ni Lord. No? So para po sa akin, Gio is a blessing sa buong pamilya ko. And palagi ko lang po sinasabi sa mga magulang, you may not be able to do what we're doing as leaders in ASP, diba? But in your own way, okay, you can always help build an Autism OK Philippines kahit within the community and of course yung pag-aalaga sa mga anak. So let's not be victims, diba? Hindi po ito parang buong buhay natin na nag-iiyak tayo, bakit binigay?
Yes, opo.
So, ang kailangan po ay tanungin si Lord, anong gusto niyong gawin po? Kaya,
So maganda yung talagang you're all open to all the challenges and then you're also have an open communication line with the Lord, with your family members, and especially with those people who believe in what you have started and what you're doing right now. So kailangan kailangan i-communicate natin yung purpose natin, yung ginagawa natin ngayon and why we're doing this. Naku, ano ba yan? Sir Dr. Louie. Malapit na namang mag-end. Parang kulang pa yung time natin sa mga discussions natin, no? It's been really a beautiful, wonderful, and well-spent learning afternoon with you, Ma'am Dang, Miss Dang, Mami Dang, and Dr. Louie. But before we end, siguro po, we would like to listen to your final words, your final message to all the viewers who are helping us.
Final message ko yun.
Ayun ba ang final message? O baka meron pa kayong nakatago dyan na gusto niyo pa i-share na matagal nang gusto niyo sabihin sa mga kapwa niyo Tomasino. Yan. Because we are building bridges of faith, yan, bridges of hope and bridges of love as we mother one another with our love and care. Ayan po. Final words to your fellow Tomasian, fellow mothers.
Ayan. Tama-tama. O sige po, yung aking mga fellow Tomasians, pwede ba kayong ma-invite for sensitivity training?
Yes.
Yun lang po, but ang laking pasasalamat ko sa UST ako nag-aral. Totoo yun, no? Parang feeling ko nga extension lang ng high school ko yung UST kasi di ba palagi tayong black section, no?
Yes.
And, wag na, kasi baka dinagdagan ko mamaya, nagsusulisit na ako ng funds.
Okay. Sabi ko na rin siya i-share.
Opo, nagpapasalamat ako na invite ako ngayon, baka mamaya pwede pa ako magsalita sa iba, no? So, so that, sabi nga namin, we always preach outside the choir. We encourage volunteers. Para po magkaroon sila ng encounter, ng experience with people on the spectrum.
Napakaganda po ng ating talakayan at kwentuhan ngayong hapon, no? Sobrang touching ng sharing of stories ng dalawang mothers natin ngayong hapon at talagang yung kwentuhan ngayon. I'm sure even if you're not yet a mother, or even if you're a father, or even if you're a child who really loves your mother, napakadaming bagay na talagang makaka-relate ka, no, doon sa ating discussion ngayong hapon. I think one of the more important key takeaways that I can share, no, from our discussion this afternoon is that the condition that our fellow are in is something that we should not treat as completely unique. We should not treat them as out of the ordinary. We should treat them just like ordinary individuals. And I think that's one way of also showing support to the mothers who are taking care of children in the spectrum, na yung level of acceptance na meron tayo sa condition nila and how we treat them, I think is already one step closer to what they want, no? For their kids to be accepted just like anybody else. I think to be a mother to a child in the spectrum is difficult, but kung merong mga support na nanggagaling sa ibang miyembro ng pamilya, sa komunidad, sa gobyerno, at even yung structure ng paaralan na itinuturo how to really accept, no, the situation and how to treat individuals in the spectrum like anyone else. I think that's a very good help to the mothers, no. Kaya maraming salamat po, Miss Dang, sa inyong pagsama sa amin ngayong hapong ito, ngayong maggagabi na, no? At ganun din, maraming salamat sa lahat ng mothers who joined us this afternoon. Ganun din sa lahat ng Thomasians at non-Thomasians na parating sumusuporta sa Bridges. Ako po ay hindi pa ako tatay, pero I did learn a lot this afternoon. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat. At sana ay samahan niyo pa kami sa mga susunod na episodes ng Bridges. Doc Vanji?
Thank you, Miss Dang. Let's give Miss Dang a round of applause. Talaga naman.
Thank you for having me.
sharing. Talagang bow kami sa inyo, no? Sa lahat ng miyembro ng inyong association. And God bless you po in all your undertakings, no? And with that, we also would like to thank our sponsor for our episode, the UST Alumni Association Incorporated, for this particular episode of Bridges. So with that, yes, meron tayong mga special announcement. You are all invited to our Santa Cruzan and Flores de Mayo 2024. And this is going to happen on May 28. Ayan. So we'll start with, of course, the praying of the Rosary together in our chapel. And then we have the Flores de Mayo, and we have the special Mass, and we have the Santa Cruzan of the beautiful Reinas and Consortes of the different alumni association. So your kind support with your kind presence is much welcome po. That will be followed by a program, no, after po ng ating special dinner for all those who are involved with the Reinas and the Consortes. So all alumni association, please, we're calling now everyone to get involved in our Santa Cruzan 2024. And before we end the show, we'd like to thank all our alumni, our students, our friends who have faithfully watched and shared and liked our Bridges episodes. We share with you the blessings of Bridges, and please do continue to stay with us. Simply like and share our show and subscribe to our UST Thomasian Community YouTube channel and the Facebook page. The past episodes of Bridges can be watched in our YouTube channel. And that, maraming salamat po. Sabi nga sa Pampangan, dakala salamat. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you very much, Ma'am Vanji, no? Talaga namang napakaisi ng isang oras para sa isang napakagandang talakayan. Thank you very much, Doc Vanji, for having me as well this afternoon. So, to all our viewers, do watch Bridges again on Tuesday for another exciting episode. Be with us at Bridges and let us continuously build bridges of faith, bridges of hope and bridges of love. Let us all stay cool despite the heat and stay hydrated as well. God bless us all. Mabuhay po kayong lahat. Enjoy the rest of the evening. Goodbye. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Doc Louie.
Thank you po.